Welcome to the Andrea Giovino Show. I want to thank all my fans for the subscriptions and thank you for sending comments in. I try to answer all the comments and I always thank Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for putting me on this platform and having me have people that come on and that can share their story. Tonight we have a very special guest, James Dobbins. He is with a program called
Guns Down, Life Up.
Guns Down, Life Up. Can you tell the audience what that really means and what it's about?
Yes, sure. So Guns Down, Life Up is the public hospital's response to gun violence. We have intervention, prevention, and community mobilization. So actually, we track all the gunshots, assaults, and stabbings that come through the emergency room. It's called the GAS report. We make sure each patient have alternatives and resources. The doctors and nurses do a great job patching them up, but after that, they need some kind of resources. And that's the void that we fill. Then we do prevention. We have our after-school program, giving kids positive things to do during their idle time. We do music, media, fashion, to kind of give them incentives. We have all year-round employment. We have mentors to them. Then we have our outreach where we go into the community, talking about our resources, health fairs, and we just have fun with it and make it trendy and cool to promote peace.
That's amazing. I mean, because I know these kids, they go through a really rough time. They come from inner cities. They have, no recourse to how they're going to learn of what the right way in life is. So to give them a platform and to show them the right way is a blessing in itself. Britt, do you have anything you want to add to it?
I think that can be put in these like traumatizing situations, and it's true. Like the police show up, they take like the wounded person away, and but then like what's left for everybody else surrounding, and like how do you stop the cycle? Like who's there to provide the guidance after that to like kind of put it to an end? Right. And it sounds like that's where like you guys are trying to come in and help out. Yes,
it's an excellent approach. So we have violent interrupters, VIs we call them, that go into the community. These are credible messengers. A lot of us been prior gang members, been exposed to that lifestyle. We have influence in the community, and we hire these individuals to go into the community and talk to them to defuse situations, because they feel that people, like I tell a person, hey, look, you don't want to go up north, go upstate, and have to travel 8 hours there and 8 hours back and bend over and squat, and certain language or on the count, certain things we say, a certain population can relate to. This is why we have these credible messengers do that approach to them. Then we have our hospital response component, which is very unique. We buy that bedside during the heat of the moment to stop retaliation. Let them know that it's not worth it. I've been there, and you don't want to go where I've been. And this is why I'm so intrigued, and I appreciate you guys, because y'all come from that experience, and you're giving back and letting people know that if you can make it, anybody can make it.
Well, I think coming firsthand from that background, like one of my brothers was 17 years old. 17 years old when he committed his first murder. Okay? So when you have these kids committing a murder, say, it not only affects him, it affects the whole entire family.
Yes.
The person that was killed, their family. So it's like a whole community thing. Right. So I think this program, Guns Down, Life Up, really needs to get out there. It needs to get out there all over this country.
Thank you.
It's a big deal because we're having problems in Philadelphia like you can't even imagine. I think we're #1 right now for the murder rate in Philly. So, I mean, this is a really strong message that we need to make awareness, because it's not, of course, it's very, very sad, and I will never minimize the victim, but the person that also is the shooter is the victim because they are going to suffer, and they're suffering a slower death.
You're hitting it on the head. Well, first, I work at Lincoln Hospital, which is the busiest single-site trauma center in New York City, #3 in the nation, at Lincoln Hospital in New York. And also, we work with both sides of the gun. Of course, we work with the victims that have been affected by gun violence, but also the person who committed the crime, because they traumatized.
100%.
Need mental health. We want to stop them from doing these crimes again. And then we even had a special event where we had the family members and the actual shooter talk to the families that killed their loved ones. And they express how when you're in jail, you come out the jail cell, and of course you have to have that image and that hard face, But when you're alone in that cell by yourself,
it's totally different.
It's a totally different thing. How you crying at night, how you lose loved ones when you're incarcerated. So we have to bring awareness to these things that it's not cool and you really, even though I have that hard shell on the outside, but when you're locked in and they close that door behind you and you 24-hour locked in, you know, so we explain these things to the kids. And
yeah, I mean, they all want to be a tough guy in the street, and that's the cool thing, to be a tough guy. But you're 100% right. When they are by themselves and they are in the cell, they are babies. They are crying like a baby.
Yes.
We all know that firsthand. And we've all witnessed that firsthand, either from a family member, a friend, or having to happen to yourself.
Right.
So, I mean, when I was arrested, you know, I like ran with a lot of high-profile criminals, murderers. But when you get arrested, you are, you know, you think you're untouchable before it actually happens.
Right.
But then, you know, I know some of the toughest guys, but when you go to prison, you're alone.
Right.
You're by yourself, buddy. You're not with your gang. You're not with your homies. You know, you're by yourself.
Right.
And in there, it could be kill or be killed. So you have to change your whole way of thinking.
Yes.
So they have to have that persona of being tough and strong to survive
100%.
in an element where that's all that's in there.
Right.
You know, but when you come out, they have no other way but to, there has to be a way for them to change.
Right.
Change is hard, but it's growth.
Right.
It's growth.
So this is why, you know, I'm real passionate about this work. Because when I did 5 years in prison, when I came home, I didn't have these kind of programs. Being a mentor and job placement, and I think it's very important because we are reentry. We have a reentry program. We are alternative to incarceration. Instead of going on the highway picking up newspapers, they come to our program. We teach them real life skills. Job placement. They get their OSHA training in job placement.
I think it's wonderful.
All year round employment for all our youth and participants. They're getting paid to learn and earn right now as we speak. So I just admire what y'all doing. Y'all taking the time out to talk to our youth.
100%.
I think
and y'all just didn't walk away. Y'all turn around and helping others that's in the path of what we used to do.
100%. Life's about helping someone else and lifting them up and letting them see, especially the youth. They need that.
Right.
They don't know, you know.
Yeah. No, I think it's a great program. I think just the Guns Down, Life Up, I think you're filling a gap that needs to be filled. I think there needs to be more resources for the youth, especially just for like where, not even just on release, like where do we go? How do we, you know, start over? How do I start a better path?
Right.
But also like you're saying in the intervention of like even the person behind the gun, like how do we stop the retaliation? How do we, you know, how do you feel like that's been perceived so far? Like, is it hard to kind of get through to these people? Or do you feel like it was hard to facilitate even like victims and families talking to each other? How do you feel like it's being taken?
It's been tough, but this is why we hire what we call credible messengers, because it's been proven that people who walked that walk before and walked in those shoes are the right people that could talk to them.
100%, because they know the language.
They know the language. When I say on the count, you know, early go back, for example,
they know the language.
They can relate to it. When I talk about packages and losing loved ones, they can relate to it. And, you know, we replicate in our model. We have King County Hospital. They have the Cobby program. We have Jacoby Hospital. We have Harlem Hospital, Woodhall Hospital. We have 11 acute hospitals and 75 annexes. And I'm the community initiative director. And y'all are officially a part of our team, a part of our movement right now.
Thank you. I really am. I'm
I can't wait for
honored.
y'all to come to talk to
I am going to.
people who have been affected by gun violence, the gang members that has influence over the younger youth, and y'all could come and talk to them and do workshops.
And that's what we need to talk to them. We need to talk to the members that deal, the gang members, the higher ups, because the language, I could see right through them. They're going to know, you know, I've ran with the highest, the biggest, the treacherous of them all. So there's nothing they're going to say that's going to shock me. You know, we need to get through to them.
Yes, y'all are amazing. I'm just so honored, and it's just an honor for me to just be in the presence of you guys.
Thank
this
you
is the
so
great
much.
synergy. This is nothing happens by accident.
No,
this is God's work.
100%.
And I dedicated my life to this work. I've been offered a lot of situations. I always say I'm not here for the money because I'm really, those who know me, I'm not. And I'm just passionate about what I do. When I came home, I wish they had resources like this. My mother, when I was 6 years old, my aunt was murdered by my uncle, and we didn't have these resources, and my mother's still traumatized. We still traumatized to this day about what happened. So this is what drives my passion, because people say, how do you cater to this population? Well, I am the population.
Yes.
I was the population.
Yes. And Brittany, too. I mean, Brittany's dad went to prison. She was 16 months old, and he was there for 11 years. He came out. She didn't even know him. There was, like, she had no, she didn't bond with him. There was no bond there, because before he went in, he was running in the streets. You know, he was a street guy. He was, just, you know, a criminal.
Right.
And so she dealt with it on that. And
I think everybody needs a support system and somebody to lift them up and show them a better way sometimes. And I think I have a lot of respect for what you're doing and just trying to help out these kids in the communities that do need that. And like I said, I feel like you're filling a gap that needs to be filled, that needs help filling.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the audience before we close out?
I would like to say, we're here for you guys. We are mentors. We have. I'm so honored to be here. Special shout out to IMI, Armando, and the team. It's programs like this and people like him that get our message out there. And we're here for you guys. And gunsdownlifeup.org is our website. And we're here.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing. This is a very, very touching topic. I'd love for everyone to understand and really support Guns Down, Life Up. And thank you, Jesus, for allowing us to have this platform to be able to put it out there. See you next time.
I love you guys. I love you.
I love you too.
Yes,
Hopefully
yes, thank
we
you.
work together.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
We are one.
Yes, 100%.
Thank you so much.